Alberta's Premier is moving ahead with a controversial trip to Florida despite renewed calls for her to cancel. Danielle Smith is speaking at an event later this week with a right-wing podcaster who suggested Canadians would welcome annexation. CTV's Chelan Skulski reports.
It's a silly country that makes maple syrup, hockey, and annoying prime ministers.
That's the man Alberta's Premier will share a stage with Thursday. Popular right-wing podcaster Ben Shapiro will co-host a fundraiser with Danielle Smith for pro-America organization PragerU.
We can annex it and then just call it an allying territory or something. Like Puerto Rico, but of the north.
Comments like those has critics calling on Smith to cancel.
It's remarkably careless and it's remarkably dumb.
Alberta's NDP leader repeated calls today for Smith to cancel the event, saying it's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
You're using taxpayer money to raise funds for a right-wing extremist organization in the U.S. when you've already asked Americans to interfere in the federal election, during the federal election.
The trip comes as Alberta's Premier faces backlash for recent comments she made to right-wing U.S. news outlet Breitbart, claiming the U.S. tariff war was hurting the federal Conservatives' chances at taking power in Canada, with Smith suggesting, let's just put things on pause so we can get through an election.
We were encouraged by federal officials, by other premiers across all political parties to use our contacts and network to do everything possible to stop tariffs. I have done that.
Smith is defending her upcoming trip as necessary to advocate to U.S. influencers against the tariffs, an approach she insists is working.
Are they for real? Do they really think that Justin Trudeau was the one out there advocating on behalf of the energy industry in the United States?
A plan backed by her party.
I expect the Premier, as an Albertan, to be everywhere at any time that she gets a chance to sell this province.
That's an important message for Americans to hear about the impacts that potential tariffs would have.
Some political pundits say backing out now would pose a greater risk.
Would be seen again as sort of giving in to certain pressures, and I think that she has to be aware and is always constantly aware of what happened to her predecessor.
Smith is expected to travel to Florida Thursday morning. The cost of the trip is unknown. Government officials have to post their expenses every 2 months. Chelan Skulski, CTV News, Edmonton.